My name is Martin Goss. I head up a small team of people in the Exeter Diocese called Church and Society, and whose main aim is to work with other churches and from time to time other faith traditions to address the big issues that we face in our modern society in terms of our economics, our environment, and how we live together in our wider communities. In recent years, our priorities have been to address issues of social injustice and inequality, the ecological destruction that's going on around our world, and also to look at how our churches can become more involved locally in their wider community, using their resources and their facilities. These images represent some of our pieces of work which we continue to pursue with our ecumenical partners, with local Christian communities in Devon, and also with different faith and belief traditions. We live in considerably challenging times, and at any one point we need to prioritise our work. But basically they fall into these kinds of themes that I've just run through. We have 3 prisons in Devon. They're all for men, but unfortunately those who work inside prisons are not able to support people when they are released. So over the last few years we developed a community chaplaincy scheme to work with men on release so that they're able to become more integrated and supported when they return to their wider communities. In Devon, we have a number of people who have been seeking asylum and sanctuary in recent years, people who are refugees from other countries are facing conflict and violence and environmental destruction. And we began a project in Plymouth called About Time, which now, working with different people, different communities there, provides lunches and English conversation classes, and a time bank which enables people to share their skills and services. Unemployment and joblessness is another major concern that we face in the southwest of England as elsewhere, and churches have been very involved in trying to set up job clubs of working with people locally to support them when they're facing issues of unemployment and lack of work in their communities. We've been working very actively to support local growers and farmers to be able to share their produce more locally through localised markets and trading schemes. We've been promoting fair trade products following a diocesan synod discussion last year. This is one of our priorities, to continue to look for more just solutions for trading across the world markets, and the use of our fair trade products in our churches is quite important. We have a very active campaign on addressing climate change. It's called Shrinking the Footprint, and we are looking at all sorts of ways in which we can reduce our ecological footprint by reducing our energy waste, by becoming more efficient in our travelling and our use of energy, and in ways in which we can produce our own electricity through renewable sources such as solar. We promote inclusiveness within our local churches so that people are made welcome irrespective of their gender or orientation, their ability or disability, and their ethnic background, their culture, and so on. Locally, increasing numbers of people are experiencing food poverty. That is to say, they do not have access to or cannot afford regular good quality food, and a number of food banks and other projects have been set up through our churches and other organisations in recent years to produce a system and ways in which people can be receiving food parcels and looking at better ways of sharing food in the longer term. We increasingly also cooperate with our sisters and brothers from other faith and belief traditions in all sorts of ways. This may be in terms of discussion and dialogue, it may be in terms of deeper reflection, or it could be in terms of practical projects and activities, and some of these photos illustrate some of that work. In the last few years we've produced a DVD working with 21 young people from different traditions to talk about their faith and belief in a safe and creative way. And we're now developing a network for young people, again from different faith traditions, to work together in the future. We celebrate Interfaith Week every year with a series of activities and events. This may be around the celebration of particular traditions, sharing of food and music and dance, sharing of stories, but coming together to work and realise that we are part of one world. We mark particular occasions like Holocaust Memorial Day, and we work together in solidarity to challenge racism, fear, hatred and violence. We also work to share our resources to respond to emergencies and crises such as the recent bad weather we've been having. And finally, we mark particular moments with vigils, with deeper reflection, the use of silence, discussion groups around our sacred texts, and all of this is helping to build better relationships for the future.